Okay guys, so today we're gonna talk all about your immune system, and we're gonna talk about my favorite supplements and how to prevent colds and flus, because let's be honest, being sick sucks. So in the day when we're awake, our body is busy digesting that last meal we had or thinking about that thing that last person said to you. So our immune system can't do as good of a job as it can do when we're resting and we're asleep and there's no other thing that our body has to do. It's actually really important to make sure you're going to bed early and actually getting a good night's rest. This is so underrated when it comes to preventing colds and flus, so make sure you're trying to get to bed at least 9:30, 10 o'clock. So one of my next favorites for boosting immunity is vitamin D. So think about in the summer, the sun is shining, we get so many less colds in the summer. There's two things that I think buffer our immunity. Number one being vitamin C because of all the fresh fruits and veggies that we get to eat. And the other one is vitamin D because of all the sun that we're exposed to. So I think it's important as we transition to fall that some of us might need to supplement that. So because vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin, I always like to take it suspended in a fat, like a liquid dropper form rather than a chalky tablet. The other thing you want to make sure to look for is a vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, and I like my vitamin D to also have K2 in it. It just helps with the absorbability. So pro tip is that vitamin D, you should actually take it in the evening. So if you think of if you're out in the sun all day, our body's accumulating that sunshine, producing that vitamin D, and then we're using it in the evening. So to try and mimic that natural body rhythm, take the vitamin D at night. Don't forget with vitamin D that you make sure you get the right dose, find that sweet spot for you. When it comes to vitamin C, we want to make sure we're getting something with mixed ascorbates. So vitamin C, when you turn on the back of the label, it's ascorbic acid. I like to get a vitamin C that has mixed ascorbates in addition to antioxidants, and this helps with absorbability because if we're not pulling that vitamin C in, we're just peeing it out. So one of the other superfood areas that I like to focus on for boosting immunity is mushrooms. So there's a whole variety of mushrooms, reishi mushroom, astragalus, chaga. There are so many, but they all help tone the immune system. So any immune boosters that I always use always have a mix of various mushrooms. You might have heard when you have a cold to have chicken noodle soup. Well, there's actually merit to that. And the reason is a good grass-fed pasture-raised bone broth is really rich in collagen. This helps seal our gut lining and make our gut more slippery so that when those pathogens are coming in, they can just slide right back out again and not get through those kind of holes in our gut into our circulation to make us sick. So as the seasons are changing, when we become a little more prone to picking things up, it's really important that you're tuning in and listening to your body. If you feel a bit more tired, make sure to take naps or go to sleep earlier like we talked about so the immune system can clear out whatever it needs to. The other thing that might be happening is you might notice your appetite going down, and that's okay. The body doesn't want to waste resources digesting when it needs to be fighting a bug. So this is where sipping on something great like bone broth might help get those nutrients in without having a heavy meal. So I know you've heard this a billion, jillion, trillion times, but also sipping on warm water throughout the day, aka hydration, is very important in preventing colds and flus. Remember that our mucous membranes, which is where we pick a lot of stuff up, ears, nose, you get the idea. If they're moist, then things are slipping right off. But if they're drier, things can kind of burrow in. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.